The connection is complete. The pines rise up around us, shivering in the moonlight. I'm here with you now. Thank you for inviting me into your home. It's lovely. Welcome back. When your two eyes fail you and the news doesn't know, better turn to Huntsville's Third Eye, your premier source of information on the supernatural in Huntsville, Texas. I'm your holistic host, your spiritual sports commentator, Dougals Fir. But Douglas, I hear you say, did you get a facelift? Why do you look 14? Well, folks, it's a very interesting story. One that brings us to our first segment of the day. Stranger of the Woods of the Week. Stranger of the Woods of the Week is our segment where we highlight those forest denizens rarely seen. However, this week's Stranger of the Woods of the Week is a man I met myself. Why, just this past weekend, hiking in the woods as I normally do, I came across a secluded grove. When I entered, a man approached me, an old man. At first, I was worried why a man of such advanced years would be so far out into such unforgiving woods, but as he approached, I felt calm, as if he was in control. He approached me, told me I'd won a fabulous prize for being the 10,000th visitor to his grove. All I had to do to receive it was sign on the dotted line. Now, folks, those who know me know that I say every episode, never make a deal with a stranger in the woods. That's one of the worst things you can do. But I looked that man in the eyes, his hexagonal goat eyes, and before I'd known it, I'd signed. And when I dotted the I in fur, he was gone, as was the aura of calm that I'd felt. I did feel physically a lot better, though. Imagine my surprise when I got home and looked in the mirror. However young this face is now, there's egg on it. I blew past the stop sign at the intersection of the natural and supernatural, and I shudder to think what consequences I may face now because of it, what legal ramifications I might be subject to. I shudder to think. But before we continue, a word from our sponsor, Mr. Hamburger. Today's word is beware. Moving on, we'll be taking you to one of Huntsville's most beloved antique shops and teach you the how-tos on spotting possessed objects. Reporting from the past, we have Dougals Fir. Today on Huntsville's Third Eye, if Huntsville has anything, it's donut shops and antique stores. And with antique stores come cursed objects, possessed items, and all other manner of spooky items from the past. Today, I'll be taking you through one such antique store and showing you the signs of these items. Come on, let's take a look. When you're in an antique shop, you're going to have to know the types of items that are most commonly infested with spirits. For example, items that resemble animal or human shapes are often receptacles for spirits. This, for example, is obviously a spirit receptacle. Now, while shaped like a friend, never, ever uncork something like this. You have no idea what resides inside. Now, you'd be safer with something more along the lines of this. Dishes. Dishes are not very commonly infested with spirits. Ceramic actually is very hard for spirits to soak into, unlike wood. Wooden objects are very easy for spirits to get into. Now, I say that, however, a ceramic statue such as this would obviously be a receptacle for a spirit because we'll just look at it. Things like this with an obvious negative energy tend to attract spirits, and whoever decided to paint the eyeballs on this might have actually been trying to make a spirit receptacle.
Now, I'm getting very strong energies off of this gentleman here. It is very, very obvious to me that there is a spirit or spirits within this thing. However, all of these spirits are beneficial. I can tell that just by looking. I mean, you have this guy in your house, you are safe. This guy's looking out for you. Robbers, he's got you. Fire, he's got you there too. All right, having something like this is a steal. I'm picking this up on the way out, honestly. However, something like this. This is an enemy. This is an enemy. You do not want this in your home, all right? Fires, he's causing them. Snakes, he's manifesting them, all right? Do not purchase anything along the lines of this, all right? You don't even have to be an empath. You can look at this and you can sense the very obvious negative energies that are coming off of this man. Now, you'll follow me, something like this, for example. All of this is fine. Not a single ghost, ghast, or ghoul inhabiting any of this. Not a single shred of negative energy. You could buy everything in this case and you wouldn't have a single spirit in your home. You would, however, still be cursed. Now, ladies, if your special day is coming up, this could not be a worse idea. All right, do you know how much emotional energy is caught up in a wedding dress? A lot. Okay, and you don't know what they did in this. Maybe they killed themselves in this, all right? And do you want to risk that on your big day? No, you do not. So this, not a good idea. But I'll tell you guys something. Since we're close, I'm gonna introduce you to some friends. This here, this is the council. Now, they don't talk to just anybody. In fact, they don't talk to anybody at all except for me. And not like in a I'm crazy way, but more in like a I'm a very special boy kind of way. Well, thank you for coming along on this journey through the niche in time antiques in Huntsville, Texas. Now, hopefully, when you go through an antique shop, you're either sensitive to the spirits around you or you bring someone who is sensitive. Now, not just that, use the tips I've shown you today and also common sense. And hopefully, you won't be bringing any unwanted spirits into your home. Well, this has been Dougals Fir with Huntsville's Third Eye. Back to you, Douglas.
Thank you, Douglas. Your hard work is always appreciated. Now, despite knowing the telltale signs of object possession, you might still bring a spirit into your home if you make antiquing a regular thing. Even if you don't, it's surprisingly easy for spirits to attach themselves to objects in your home. Why, just last week, I helped a family rid themselves of one such spirit. I looked high and low for the culprit, and eventually I found it. A knife rack shaped like Alf. Never bring an Alf into your home. Those things come preloaded with spirits. Now let's say you mess up. Let's say you bring an Alf into your home, a spirit into your home. Or maybe it was just there to begin with. What can you do? Exorcists are expensive. Well, luckily, there are steps you can take before calling a professional. One such step is the exorcist's prayer. It's the turning it on and off again of the spiritual world. If you see devils or demons, or as we like to call them, devons, in your home, just whip out this prayer and it'll let them know they need to get the hell out of Dodge and back to hell. Now, as for ghosts, this prayer only works on Catholic ghosts, but the good news is most ghosts are Catholic. I don't know why. I think it has something to do with the guilt. But Douglas, I hear you saying, the prayer's in Latin. I don't speak Latin. How am I supposed to remember all of that? Well, lucky for you, through the power of song, I've made it so that you can never forget it. Hit it, boys!
Exorcizamus te omnis mundus, spiritus omnis satanica potestas, omnis incursio infernalis adversarii, omnis legio, omnis congregatio, execta diabolica. Ergo, omnis legio diabolica, ad adiramus te, se desipere humanas critaras esque eterne, perditiones venenum propenare, perditiones venenum propenare. Vade, satana, inventeret magister omnes, fallaciae hostes a humane sapotenti manude, contra misque effuge, invocato nobis santo terabili nomine, ab insidiis diaboli libra nos. Domine, te rogamus, adinos, ab insidiis diaboli libra nos. Domine, te rogamus, adios.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Huntsville's Third Eye, your source for the supernatural in Huntsville, Texas. Join us next time as we investigate the high-stakes world of high-stakes tarot. For now, this is Dougals Fir reminding you that 3 eyes are better than 1. Good night.